What's up, guys? Steve Young, your baseball mentor with Athletes Approach Youth Baseball Mindset Mastery Group. Hey, I've got an idea for you that I want to share with you. So I've had the privilege of mentoring a Division I college baseball player recently, and we've had some really good conversations. And what I love about the conversations is that I'm reminded about how this particular player, he's dealing with and dealt with the same things that I dealt with. And what I'm discovering is that the same things that he's dealing with, trust me, your child is dealing with them to an extent and to some level. And to give you some context so that you know what I'm talking about, one of his major issues was that when he would make an out or when he would have, let's say, like a bad game, he would start to think negatively and assume the worst things like, oh, I'm not going to play in the next game, or man, he starts to really put extra pressure on himself to get a hit the next game or the next at bat. And all these things that really don't help him for the actual at bat, right? Things that really aren't in his control. Even the desire to want to get a hit, it's not even the best desire to have. There's so many other things and we've been going through some things of what he can focus on. But for today's video, this is what I want to share with you, because I shared this idea with him. He implemented it in the very next game, and he felt completely different. He felt in control. He felt empowered. And I believe that if you can share this and start to implement this and make this particular thing a habit with your child, they're going to start to feel the same way. And if nothing else, you're training them now to start to think like this, and that's the key. So the main idea that I shared with him was, and I've shared this before, but it's very, very powerful, is telling him and teaching him and encouraging him to have a specific plan and a specific approach for a specific event at the plate or a specific circumstance at the plate. For instance, to make this easy and simple, you can start to encourage your son and daughter to have a specific plan and a specific hitting approach when the count is 0-0. So the first pitch of the at-bat, you want to equip them with a mindset or with a plan of what they're looking for. As an example, fastball, middle in, or fastball middle away, right? That is a simple plan that they can go into every single at-bat. And it can start there. Now, this particular college player, he will adjust his approach slightly as the at-bat progresses, but he's very, very good at having a particular plan, and as we've talked about it, he sticks with it. He's disciplined with it. Another simple idea is helping your son or daughter have a two-strike approach or a two-strike plan. What are they going to do when they have two strikes? What are they looking for, and where are they looking for it, right? And what this does is that it gets the thoughts off of, oh, I've got two strikes, man, I need to do da-da-da-da. No. Okay, I've got two strikes. What's my plan? I'm looking for this pitch in this zone, or I'm looking for the ball in this zone. Okay, and here's the thing. Here's the conversation that I have with this particular D1 player after the game, after his games. And I encourage you to have a similar conversation with your child. I don't even talk to him about whether or not he got hits. I ask him a few questions. Number one, how did you feel, and what were you thinking going into the at-bat or going into the two-strike approach? What were you thinking? How were you feeling? Number two, what was your plan? What was your approach? And number three, did you execute? And if he can tell me that he executed on his plan and on his approach, it's a win. It is a win, because I am trying to get him to get into that habit, and I'm trying to train the habit of number one, being aware of what he's experiencing emotionally and mentally. Number two, creating the discipline of having a plan. And number three, creating the discipline of executing the plan. So that means that if he swung at the pitch that he was looking for, but he popped out or he rolled over, okay, still a win, because we're training him to execute a plan. And one of the things that does is that it brings control and it brings power back to his at bat. See, a lot of times when kids, when they're thinking about so many other things, then they start to think that that they start to get out of the present moment, and it feels like the whole circumstance is controlling them, or they start to think about, well, the pitcher might do this and pitcher might do that, and I got to do this, I got to do that. Hey, your plan, your approach, the pitcher's out there for me, and I'm simply going to be here to execute on my plan. So that's something that has helped him. I know that this particular college player, he's way older than your child, but this is a great time at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, 13 years old. If your son and daughter's in high school, get them to start doing this now and train them in this habit, and they will feel a lot more confident and a lot more in control during the at-bat and throughout the game. So hopefully this helps. Steve Young, your baseball mentor with Athletes Approach, Youth Baseball Mindset Mastery Group. If this was helpful, share this video. I'll see you soon.